Hello, friends and dear students. Today I am going to make the summarization of chapter number first, that is a simple philosophy. It is written by Cecil, who is known as American writer. He has written a letter to the President of America, that is Franklin. Let's see about the author and text. In 1854, Cecil, the chief of the Native American Squamish tribe of the state of Washington, addressed the letter reproduced below to President Franklin Pierce of the United States. The pioneering white people were taking over more and more of the North American continent from the native Indian tribes as they progressed westward. This letter expresses the simple philosophy of Chief Cecil's people. It also describes the decline and resignation of the Native American people, earlier known as Red Indians, and indirectly warns the white people of the future environmental and social consequences of human recklessness. These days, we speak of living with nature and the need to maintain an environmental balance almost as though these were new ideas. The truth is that many original cultures have always lived in harmony with nature, while their more civilized and developed counterparts have destroyed the earth in attempting to mine its wealth. Nothing illustrates this fact better than this letter. It is very simple message has come out from this text, that is nativeness is very important part of each and everyone's life. In America, the Native American Squamish tribe who has lived with their land, but the whites are demanding their lands for purpose of their own selves. It might have chances to make an industrialization or to stand their own business. But nativeness as well as to protect and save the environment. Without environment, we cannot be survivable in future. You are very well known to COVID-19. Since 2019, we are facing these kinds of disease. In this era, we require physical fitness. If we have not survival this environment and nature, we will not survive in future. We should need to save our culture also. Culture and living style is integrated part of our life. Human being cannot be separated from the nature. Let's see what is exactly there. I will read some important lines or paragraphs for you, and then I will explain here a little bit. The great chief in Washington sends word that he wishes to buy our land. The great chief also sends us words of friendship and goodwill. This is kind of him, since we know that he was little need of our friendship in return. But we will consider your offer, for we know if we do not do so, the white may Man may come with guns and take our land. What Chief Seattle says the great chief in Washington can count on as truly as your white brothers can count on the return of the seasons. My words like the stars, they do not set. Here, the white chief has demanded the land and also offer and friendship. Also, how can you buy or sell the sky, the warmth of the land? The idea is strange to us. We do not own the freshness of the air or the sparkle of the water. How can you buy them from us? We will decide in our time. Every part of this earth is sacred to my people. Every shining pine needle, every sandy shore, every mist in the dark woods, every humming insect is holy in the memory and experience of my people. Here, Sithal is explaining the point of view of their own native people or tribes. They are believing in the God as well as the nature, fresh air, stars, so and so forth. We know that the white man does not understand our ways. One portion of the land is came to him as the next, for he is stranger who comes in the night and takes from the land whatever he needs. The earth is not his brother but his enemy, and when he is conquered it, he moves on. He leaves his father's graves behind and he does not care. He kidnaps the earth from his children. He does not care his father's graves, his children's birthright is forgotten. His appetite will devour the earth and leave behind only a desert. The sight of your cities pains and eyes of the red man, but perhaps it because the red man is savage and does not understand. You know better, tribes are savages. They are living in the jungle or forest. Similarly, it taken place in the Washington, state of Washington in America. The natives or the tribes are living in their own state, but the whites are demanded their own land for buy. It is too difficult to survive without land. We know better, land is very important part of our life. There is no quiet place in the white man's cities. If today we will buy or we will sell our land, then what we'll do in future? If we go to the white man's city, there is no place for us. No place to hear the leaves of spring or the rustle of insect wings. But perhaps because I am a savage and do not understand, the clatter only seems to insult ears. This is a thing Siddhal is trying to convince his masses to the president. The Indian prefers the soft sounds of the wind darting over the face of the pond and smell of the wind itself cleansed by the midday rain or scent with pine. The air is precious to the red man, for all the things same share the same breath, beasts, trees and man. So nowadays we are facing number of problems in the society, in the city. If we talking about the pollution, Delhi, Kolkata, it may be Mumbai also or Pune city. This is a polluted city and it is too difficult to take fresh air, breathe freely, take a air, fresh air. So that's why we must also survival the environment. So if I decide to accept your offer, I will make one condition. The white man must treat the beasts of his land as his brothers. Here it is a equality between the black and white, or it may be native and non-native persons. I am a savage and I do not understand any other way. I have seen 1,000 rotting buffaloes on the prairie left by the white men who shot them from a passing train. I am a savage. I do not understand how the smoking iron horse can be more important than the buffalo that will kill only to stay alive. Here it is given an example of a buffalo who is shot by the white persons while they are traveling through train. So we are beasts, we are wild, we are jungly, no problem, but we are living happily with themselves, with environment, with nature, with culture. Our children have seen their fathers humbled in defeat. Our warriors have felt shame, and after the defeat, they turn their days idleness and contentment. Their bodies with sweets, foods, and drink. It matters little where we pass. The rest of our days, they are not many. One thing we know which the white man may one day discover our God is the same God. You may think now that you own Him is you wish to own our land, but you can't. He is the God of man. The earth is precious to Him, and to harm the earth is to heap contempt on its creator. The whites too shall pass, perhaps sooner than other tribes. Continue to contentment your bed, and you will one night suffocate in your own waste. When the buffalo are still slaughtered, the wild horses all tamed, and sacred corner of the forest heavy with scent of many men, and the view of rife hills blotted by talking wires. Where is the thicker gone? Where is the eagle gone? And what is to say goodbye to the swift and the hunt, the end of the living, beginning of the dying? So this is the destruction of environment. May it may be we will survive well, but what about the trees, plants, animals? So at the end of this chapter, the Sithil tries to show an adequate answer to the President of America. We might understand if we knew what it was that the white man dreams, what have hopes he describes to his children on long winter nights, what visions he burns into their minds so that they will wish for tomorrow. But we are savages. Savages means jungly, ranty. The white man's dreams are hidden from us, and because they are hidden, we will go on own way if we agree. It will be to secure the reservation we have promised. Then perhaps we may live out of our brief days as we wish. When the last red man has vanished from the earth and the memory is only a shadow of a cloud moving across the prairie, these shores and forests will still hold the spirits of my people, for they love this earth as the new born loves its mother's heartbeat. If we sell you our land, love it as we have loved it, care for it as we have cared for it. Hold in your mind the memory of the land as it is when you take it, and with all your strength, with all your might, and with all your heart, preserve it for your children and love it as God loves us all. One thing is we know our God is the same God. This earth is precious to Him. Even the white man cannot be expected from the common destiny. So this is a very important message has been forwarded us, that is to survive, to save, to secure, to protect our environment as well as nature, culture, animals, everything. At the end of this paragraph, the Sithil expresses his thoughts regarding that red man's or black persons. Even though if you purchase our land, you can love as we loved it. So that is very important message. I think this is a very brief summarization of this chapter. I made a humble attempt to show its summarization. If you have any query, any doubt, let me know. Just click bell icon and subscribe my channel. Thank you.